welcome. Over to you, Danislava.
Thank you very much, Moses, and thank you, Douglas. I can relate a lot to your words. And thank you, Anna, because I cannot give a better example of what I will talk about than this movie, Freedom Writers, because it shows that culture can change our mindsets and can shape our identities, and speaking is culture, writing is culture. So thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Dani. I'm from Bulgaria, Southeast Europe. This is the most corrupted country in the European Union, so it is hard to talk about human rights on a place where most of the rules and laws are followed only on paper and not in reality. That's why I believe that the power is in the hands of the people, and if we are brave enough to raise our voices, we can achieve social change. And I know that raising your voice is a challenge because the fear of being rejected is greater than anything else. For example, the fear of losing your job is often bigger than the desire of telling the truth. And I'm convinced that the truth must be told. So my solution to that is that I stand for arts and culture as a tool to express ourselves, to communicate, to define problems, and to seek solutions. I was raised without a father, and my mother was very busy working constantly. So I had to raise myself and orient myself in life on my own. And here comes arts and culture because they had a great impact on my personality, and they enriched my life. They taught me how to cope with life challenges and how to overcome obstacles like hunger, cold, loneliness, violence, and many more. So that's why I believe that culture is a basic need, and it is a great tool to help yourself when nobody is around and when you think that you don't have anything. When you don't have anything, you must know that you have yourself, and this is a lot. I believe that every person has the potential of gaining radical imagination. And imagination is a strength that nobody can take away from you. So I consider myself as part of Ubuntu. I am because you are. In my context, this means that we all share common ground. Our pains, sufferings, struggles, and desperations are something all the people can relate to. And there is no better way to express our thoughts and feelings than by using creativity and critical thinking. Or as the Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And that's why I founded my NGO called Reflector. I want to share with people what I've learned, and I want to pay it forward. So we create social projects through the means of arts, science, and new media to foster social change. I want to make a reference to our great speaker today, Mr. Kailash Satyarthi, who worked a lot for children's rights. There is a special connection between visual storytelling and human rights. An American photographer called Louis Hine captured children working in factories, and by showing their sufferings, their injuries from the machines, the poor working conditions, he advocated to end the child labor. And indeed, the US government ended child labor after he raises awareness of the problem, and millions of Americans got to know about it. I think it was in 1938. So of course he experienced any kind of threats like violence threats, death threats, but he continued his mission and succeeded. So I'm giving this example because visual storytelling is something my organization does. We use visual storytelling, we make documentaries, we make workshops for disadvantaged communities, we educate and support young people, and basically we target global topics and local issues. So we work on topics like poverty, social exclusion, climate change, mental health, and many more, because as Mr. Satyarthi said, all problems are intersectional. So they are all connected. But now I have a special invitation to our Ubuntu fellows. My organization, Reflector, is launching an online platform where we want to share personal stories of people who are working on some social problem. So I want to make interviews with you, and I want to know more about your context and what you do. I believe that this is a great way to share our perspectives and to find new friends and supporters for our causes. You can accept that as a play with fate. For example, maybe when you tell your story and it is published online, one day you can find a person who can help you exactly the way you need. So to all Ubuntu fellows, let's talk to each other, because as I'm sure that a lot of you know, the revolution won't be televised. Please write to me and let's shape our future together. You have no excuses not to change the world. Thank you.